Happy New Year. Maybe you're like me, you're still on the struggle bus with some congestion over the holidays, but it is a new year. New me, new you, right? And the Pantone color of the year this year is kind of unusual, I think. It is a very desaturated, kind of a lavender, and they're calling it very Peri. So I thought we could talk about blue chalcedony, which is the same kind of color. Blue chalcedony is a chalcedony, which is a cryptocrystalline quartz. Ooh, fancy. And sometimes it's banded and you call it an agate. For example, you see the stripes in this right here. When it's not banded, you call it jasper if it's opaque. And it has a ton of gemstones in the family of chalcedonies. So you're going to have carnelians, you're going to have bloodstones, you're going to have all sorts of different agates, picture agates, jaspers, picture jaspers, onyx, milky chalcedony, chrysocolla, which is a personal favorite, chrysoprase, which is also a favorite. And in this case, it is called blue chalcedony and sometimes blue lace chalcedony if the pattern is really strong. So this bracelet is made by Sheps. This bracelet is made by Leto Brothers. So why would you use something like chalcedony, or in particular blue chalcedony, to make jewelry? Chalcedony is hard, it's tough, it's durable, but it's also carvable. So you can make, and there's plenty of it. This color actually I think comes from Turkey, and there's plenty of it. So you can actually cut pieces to match, and you can afford to kind of mess up. If you mess up, you can keep going because it's not so expensive that you're gonna break the bank. So this piece by Sheps, if I show it to you, I'm trying to see if I can show you how it's translucent. See how the light goes right through it? And that it's lined, each link is lined with sapphires, and the back is set in gold. This is just so cool. Super groovy, big fat link. Very wearable, I think. Not dressy necessarily, really elegant. But kind of like jeans and a t-shirt kind of stuff if you wanted it to be. I don't know if that's really how Sheps planned it to be, but definitely it's a very neutral kind of a vibe. And then this one by Leto Brothers, this is what they call their bridge bracelet. They make it in all sorts of different colors. And some of the stones are extremely expensive. They sometimes make it in Sleeping Beauty turquoise, which is a fortune. But this one is not as expensive. The craftsmanship is top notch. See how they drill through each piece and they put a diamond at the end? Okay, so this is not the easiest thing in the world to do. You have to have the right amount of, they have to be very thoughtful about what gauge they put in there so that they don't split it, right, or crack the stone. So there's a lot of thought that goes into these things. Each single piece is perfectly matched with the gauge, but the pattern is not completely the same. Even when you're talking about material from the same source, it can be very difficult to color match and to make things make sense. So these two bracelets are by very masterful designers, artists, and they are the Pantone color of the year. I don't know what y'all think of it. I do like this color. I find it to be very muted, and it reminds me of half mourning, which is what they did in the Victorian period. You were in full mourning for a long time, all black, and then you transition to gray, white, lavender. This is kind of that color. I do find it very soothing, and maybe that's what we all need. Happy New Year.